What's up guys, Edwin Edwards back again with another video. So today we're gonna talk about something different. As you remember, on my previous video I talked about a lot of things, and this is just a continuation on where I left. So I'm gonna encourage you, if you haven't watched my previous video, please watch, subscribe and like, and please share to your family members. All right, so I was just trying to raise an awareness on what is happening in this world, and I thank God at least now we don't have any fights going on apart from Russia and Ukraine. So the Israel thing and the Gaza, we are seeing some peace going on, but do you guys really trust that we now have peace? Disclaimer, this video is just meant for entertainment purposes, so whichever the information that I give, you're free to do whatever you want with it. So with peace, so comes destruction. I mean, you cannot injure a lion and then you reclaim ceasefire. By all means, this lion will go and heal and then come back to attack you. So from what I feel that is gonna happen, okay guys, I'm not trying to predict what's coming, so don't get me wrong. I don't like war. I'm not a fan of what is happening in this world, and I feel that a lot of us are being deceived because tomorrow is never promised. So with me and with how I live, I just wake up and live as if it's my last day, because tomorrow is never promised. And majority of the time I do expect the worst. I don't expect the best, I expect the worst, because not only life, also people are full of surprises. All right, we got betrayals, we got a lot going on. All right, so let us go to the main purpose of this video. So guys, the main purpose of this video is to just raise awareness on what might come. All right, so I'm not saying whatever is coming is coming. I'm just trying to raise an awareness, because majority of the people are not talking about these things, like I said on my previous video, right? So while I was finishing the previous video, I talked about COVID-19. I know you guys remember COVID-19 very well, all right? So I was just trying to ask you guys, what if a different virus hits this world? How are you prepared for what is coming? Because for me, again, as these days go on and go by, I just feel like something worse is coming, and I feel like majority of us are still not focused on the right things, and on the right fights. I mean, most of us are fighting the wrong battles, you know. And so I thought that the best thing I can do with this video is to just raise awareness and keep you guys alert, all right? Because I feel that again, I just feel like something worse is coming, and I feel the best thing I can do to my subscribers, and I don't care if this video reaches 10 people, 12 people, 1 person, if it can only reach even 2 people and make a difference, that's good with me, because I'm not doing this to become popular. I'm not doing this for any gains. I am not doing this for any adverts. No, I'm just doing this to help one person or two or three, or just to make a difference. All right, so we are going to talk about how you can survive in case a different virus hit this world. All right, and whatever I'm talking about now, these are some of the things that no one is talking about. So if you get to see this video by chance, I still encourage you to just share it to your family, share it to your friends. Let them know, let them just stay alert, all right? Because for me, I feel like we've got a bunch of people planning a lot of evil things, okay? So how to survive this world in case another virus hits this world? Because for sure, if something has happened in the past, it can surely repeat itself, all right? We had economy breakdowns in the past. We have had pandemics in the past. And if you check on the history books, you realize that if, for example, we had an economic crash, let's say in a different year, if it comes now, it happens to be way worse than before. So come to think of it, I'm thinking like if we are struck by a virus, I'm not how do I put it? I'm not trying to say it will come. I'm just trying to raise awareness. Don't get me wrong. And don't misquote my words, all right? So how can we survive what's coming? So the first thing you have to do, you have to make sure that you're in good terms with God. That is the first one, all right? So for me, and guys, this is what I believe in. I'm just sharing what I believe in, all right? So if you want to survive what's coming, you have to be in alignment with God. You have to make sure, first of all, you're doing the right things in the right way. And that is the first and the most important thing. So the second way to survive in case another virus hit this world, make sure you're exercising, guys. If you're out there, especially those people who work in the office, please just make sure you're exercising. Make sure you're moving around. If you cannot go to the gym, if you cannot, if you're just somebody who cannot do anything, just make sure you're walking. Make sure every part of your body is moving, is doing something. I think this will help a lot. And the second thing, make sure your weight. Actually, this is the third one. Why do I tend to be confused? Make sure your weight is in alignment with your height. So we are talking about the BMI, the body mass index. So guys, make sure your body mass index is okay, all right? So by all means, you have to make sure that you're not overweight, you're not underweight, you just have the normal weight, right? So yeah, this is just my research, and I'm just trying to share with you guys. I'm not trying to make anything complicated. I'm trying to make this thing as simple as possible. So the next one, I don't know which number I am. So the next thing you have to do is make sure you are taking the right diet, because when you talk about weight, it all comes with what you're consuming in your body, all right? So you need to live a healthy life, because previously I remember when COVID struck, it killed mostly those people who had who didn't have a strong immune system, which brings me to the next one. Make sure you have a strong immune system by taking the correct vitamins. We've got multivitamins, we've got vitamin C, A, B, K, name them, you've got a lot of them. So make sure you're taking your multivitamin. And come to think of it, COVID was most focused on taking vitamin C and making sure that you're healthy, you have a strong immune. But come to think of it, I'm thinking of it like more of vitamin D. Vitamin D to me is the most important vitamin in the body. Why? Because most of the people working outside there, we are not exposed to the morning sunlight, because the morning sunlight is the one that gives us the best vitamin D. But majority of those people who are abroad, how do they get access to these vitamins? So I encourage you guys to just keep yourself healthy, prepare yourself, keep preparing yourself for the worst. Because for me, with this world and with where this world is going to, I feel like nothing good is coming. Nothing good is coming. This is why I don't even watch the news, because the news is full of negative energy. And personally, when I get out there, I'll just see negative. It's negative. It's plane crashes, it's attacks, it's bombings, it's earthquakes, it's, name them. There is no good news. So the next one is make sure you have some money with you. All right. For example, for me, my experience when the COVID hit this world, the first thing, I lost my job. The first thing that happened is actually I lost my job. And it's not like it was surprising to me losing the job. I expected it, so I was prepared. But now that I'm raising this awareness before something comes, just make sure you have some money with you, all right? Store some food also. You need to also store some food, because I feel like if you imagine we're in a situation where you cannot go out, you cannot buy food, you don't have the access to the ATMs. Imagine such a scenario where you cannot go out, you don't have food in your house. I mean, how do I put it? You cannot go out because now there is, what do we call it? Oh God. There is curfew and you cannot go out. So this means that you cannot access the shops, you cannot access your money, you cannot access. So imagine you're in a situation where you cannot access the shop, you cannot access your money. How do you survive? Do you guys think the world will become a better place? Because if you need survival, it will mean that you'll have to steal something from your neighbor. That is why I'm encouraging you to at least make sure you keep some food with you, and you can focus on the dry foods. I come from Africa, so you've got lots of dry foods that you can cook out there. So make sure you have some storage. Yeah. Just be prepared. Just be prepared for the worst. And again, I'm not saying something will come. I'm just trying to raise an awareness, because a lot of things are going on in this world, and majority of people are not talking about these things. But when I tend to watch some of the movies, which I prefer not to mention, some movies are just telling us straight, this and this and this is what is coming. That is why on the previous video I even talked about sometimes when you're just awakened, information will just start coming in. When you start viewing things, all right, when you start viewing things, you will be getting a different view rather than just watching. You will understand that each of this content you watch, it has a deeper meaning. And that is what makes the difference, you understand? Because as we speak right now, there are a couple of many movies that warned us that a pandemic was coming during COVID-19. Yeah. So there was one movie I watched and people were wearing masks and I was like, what the hell? Before I know it, 3 years later, COVID hit the world. Everybody was in mask. And I was trying to correlate what some of these things tell us while we just clearly ignore, right? So guys, that is all for now because this video is already too long and I don't want you guys to be bored. I'm gonna make a continuation of this. Guys, please just share this with your friends, your family, your relatives, because nobody cares in this world. But the good part of it is that at least I care. So thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for taking your time to watch this video. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for everything, guys. Please be vigilant. Peace.